Hi.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Nine Hole Podcast. This is your host, Ian Miller. Today, I am joined by one of the most electric teammates I've ever had the pleasure of sharing a locker room with, sharing a jersey with. I am joined today by 15-season MLB vet, Cam Maybin. Cam, what is going on, brother?
My boy, I woke up today. It's been a good day, right? Keep it simple, right? That's the name of the game. Keep it simple, Salad. So
Amen,
I'm
brother.
good, man. We're here, bro. It's been a minute, but I'm looking forward to catching up with you, my boy. I see you grinding. I'm
Likewise.
hype. I'm excited. It's inspiring, bro. Team grinders. If you don't know what that is, do your homework. For everybody watching, he's a team grinder. We're grinders, bro. We get it out the mud.
That's right. That's right, dude. I'm so grateful for your time here. I need to preface the stuff that I'm going to ask you, bro. I wanted to ask you all about the journey. I wanted to ask you about the 15 seasons that you spent in the show, what the difference maybe is between the dudes that get there, maybe get a cup of coffee like I experienced in September, and then the dudes that play fucking 10 plus years, right? The guys that experience greatness, have longevity in the game. And then I wanted to ask you some questions just about like your style, your swag, the personality, right? The mentality, the attitude you have, how you went about your business, and maybe bless, the next generation of baseball players, with some advice, some insight, dude. Is that cool with you?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Give me 1 second, homie. Give me 1
No
second.
problem. No problem, dude. So, like I said, it is
This
an absolute
unfiltered.
blessing. Absolute blessing to
It's
have you on here.
unfiltered, bro. I'm in a man cave. I got the little fridge open. It's beeping. We unfiltered, man. You know how we do, man. It's all real. That's right. Genuine. Nothing but genuine content over here, bro.
That's right, brother. That's right, dude. So you, like I said, man, center fielder, drafted 10th overall, 2005, dude. Played for 15 seasons in the big leagues, dude. So you had just transitioned out of Major League Baseball, something that's been a fucking huge part of your life for a long time, and now you're on the other side of things, dude. You're kind of in the broadcasting game, the color commentary, dude. What's going on in your life now in Cam's post-career life?
Well, you know what? It's beautiful, man. I'm sitting back. I'm looking back on the journey, and it's been amazing. I'm very thankful for it. But now, it's what's in us, man. I've been playing baseball since I was 3 years old. So as I retire, here I am. I can't let it go. So trying to just be a part of the game after the game and tell that story for the guys that are playing now. I was fortunate to play in 3 different decades, man, which is super dope when you really sit back here and think about it. Because I still don't feel like an old man. I'm sitting here watching spring training. If it wasn't for like a mental block, bro, I'm literally sitting here going 36. I could be playing right now. I feel good. I feel fast. I feel strong. Probably in better shape than I was. But it's beautiful being able to have the opportunity to broadcast, work at MLB Network. Shout out MLB Network, man, for the opportunity. They've been great, helping me grow. And like I said, just giving a transparent, outlook and allowing the fans to know why you should like your favorite player, because I was fortunate enough to play against and with so many guys. So I really know what these guys are like. I really know how they tick. And that's one thing I love about, having that experience to bring to the media field, which a lot of these guys, no shade, they don't have that experience. A lot of what they do is speculation about how Ian Miller is, how Cam Maybin is, but I know how these guys work. I know how they tick. I know what kind of people they are. So I think it's cool for me to be doing that broadcast job right now, bro. It's dope.
Dude, that is absolutely fantastic. Fires me up. I love hearing it, man.
Yeah.
Already like smiling, starting to get giggly. Dudes, you've been doing some coaching. We talked a little bit about it before we jumped on here, man. You are the cool coach of a 16U elite scout team, brother. Can you just elaborate a little bit on that? What you got going on there?
Yeah, man. So upon retirement, man, one thing you notice, especially if you have kids at the youth level, you see a lot of teaching moments that go by the wayside, man. And I was sitting back, and all these, big time, groups reached out and wants my son to play, and I'm watching, and it's cool and it's great, but it's a lot of daddy ball that goes into it, man. And if anybody knows what daddy ball is, it's real bias. You're not playing. You're not really teaching these guys what competitive competition is amongst each other. So, my son played for a couple of teams, and a gentleman reached out and had an idea about a Padres scout team. And, I thought he had a really good idea, a really diverse group, really different group than you normally see on the travel ball circuit. You know, just to be honest with you, you don't see a lot of minority kids, and if you do, it's somebody trying to put together like a complete minority team. And I just believe in understanding and learning about different backgrounds, right? You know, I definitely want to be a coach that, you know, definitely looks out for minority kids and gives them opportunity, because baseball is extremely expensive. But it fell into my lap, man. And they, you know, it was just a little bit, you know, misorganized. It was ran, you know, we run on schedule, and it was a little bit mismanaged. So a moment happened. A video went viral on YouTube where we were playing a game, and I just happened to be coaching, and talented group. We were beating up on a team, but you know, now the chit chat started talking.
Chirping.
You know, when they can't beat you physically, they're gonna start popping off, right? So it was just a teaching moment, and it went viral. And the Padres reached out and said, "Hey, Cam, what would it take for you to, you know, represent this team? Because one, this team looks like us. We've got, you know, Asian, Black, Hispanic, white. You know, we got a good mix of everything, awesome, which is great." So, you know, I told them what I needed. They you know, were cool with everything that we talked about, and here we are with the San Diego Padres scout team. So it's a really awesome thing that we put together. We're 16U, class of 2026. Brandon Williams, Manny Ojeda does a great job of helping me recruit. Man, it's been crazy too, because I spent more time talking to colleges now than I did when I was playing. You know what I mean? I didn't get recruited like this, you know. So trying to do the job, you know, some of those coaches, you know, a lot of times when you're coming up, coaches use you for what they have you for. You know, when the season's a season, they use you. When the season's over, you're done. So just trying to be a vessel to really try to get these kids to the next level, whatever that level may be, bro. So it's a really dope opportunity. 25-man roster. 13 kids already committed to Power 5 schools. They can play, so we're definitely
16 dude. Oh my goodness, already committing to Power 5.
Follow us, San Diego Padres Scout Team 2026. Listen, we got some studs. Not trying to name drop, but my son, he's a Duke commit. We got Jacob Lombard. His brother was a first rounder for the Yankees last year. He might be the best player in the class. Freak of nature. We got Shoei Darvish, son.
No way. Wow, you got some dudes. Dudes.
Hold on, and that's a name, but you know he can pitch, bro. Come on.
Yeah, no
kidding. You feel me? I got Coco Gauff's brother behind the plate.
Oh,
switch hitting catcher, nasty, bro. So we got dudes all around the diamond, bro, and arms, bro. I mean, high 80 to low 90s plus at 15, 16. So it's special.
That is absolutely incredible. Coach Pollard from Duke was on here, man.
That's my guy, man.
I love that, brother. I love that. It's cool to see what they're doing, man. It's awesome that you know your son, your boy's going to be going there, bro. That's a top notch, just a top.
Shout out Duke, man. I love the way they run the program. You know what I love about that program too is, and I know it's tough now with NIL. Some of these programs are so diluted with the way they recruit. They recruit 20 kids a class, 30 kids a class. It's like, let's just say these kids now NIL money want to go to school, bro. Because you know the minor league is a grind. You're not making shit in the minor leagues unless you're a first rounder, bro. You feel me? Right. So it's like, why you committing all these kids? But the one thing I respect about Duke is, you know, they tell you up front, they recruit 10 to 12 a class. So that means as a freshman, you have an opportunity to compete and they graduate 100%. So a lot of good things going for Duke. I grew up a Carolina fan, so that's me really growing and maturing. You know, I got Carolina ties, bro. So shout out Duke.
I love that, dude.
I'm my Carolina fan, though.
I love that, dude. Nah, that makes a ton of sense. That's a top-notch institution, like I said, brother. So you are helping lead and inspire the next generation of baseball players like your son, dude, you know, like the 16U team, the players that look up to you. You're doing some commentary stuff, some play-by-play stuff, you know, MLB Network, saw you on the Yes Network, all that stuff, man. That's incredible. That's incredible to be able to tie that in and kind of use that and leverage that into a career after baseball's done. That is fucking elite.
Yeah, man.
I love that. So this is obviously the 9-Hole podcast where we try to inspire and speak to the next generation of 9-hole hitters. Dude, I'd love to talk and dive into your journey. So you were a fucking dude in high school. You were a dude. There was a huge buzz around you. 2004 youth player, my voice cracked, youth player of the year. 2005 number 10 pick, right? And you only fell to number 10 because it was going to be, they thought it was going to be a little hard to sign you, right? Dude, what was going through your head with all that stuff, man? Was there a huge pressure there? Like, what happened there? You hear me or are you frozen? There you
My
go.
bad, I froze for a second. You said only drop the number 10. Say what?
Yeah, so you dropped to number 10 because it was speculated that you might be hard to sign, right? There's
And
all
I'm
this
like,
pressure.
who made that shit up, bro?
I don't know, dude. I have
Like
no
these
idea.
people. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you finish
No,
that.
no, no.
That
I
shit's
wanted to
crazy.
hit. Dude. Like, obviously, you are a high school junior, senior, and you're having all this noise happen. Like, how are you able to stay present and not kind of let this get to your head as you kind of move into the number 10 pick and are thrust into the minor leagues?
Well, honestly, because I love the game, right? I was a kid. Nobody before me had ever experienced the journey. You know what I mean? So I'm just living my life. I'm a kid in high school, hooping. I'm getting recruited for hoops, just enjoying my high school time, my high school career, I guess you say, and just enjoying it, taking it day, one day at a time, man. So it was crazy when you hear people say that, right? How speculation is working. And one thing I'll tell kids that are about to get drafted, and it was a great piece of advice that I got from Mickey Brantley, Michael Brantley's
Mm.
father. He told me, don't believe anything they tell you. Don't believe it. Hey, you're gonna be the first overall. You're gonna be the second pick. You're gonna be third. Don't believe nothing that they say. Just let it play out. And I wish I'd have listened because he told me that and I still didn't listen. And I literally was shitting a brick came draft day, right? But I was a kid who grew up in West Asheville, inner city kid. We got one city here. I wouldn't say it was like the coldest, but it was everybody comes from their own little hood. You feel me? So I moved out to, I guess, what you would call our suburbs for baseball for high school, an elite program, TC Robinson High School. So I moved out there as a freshman. In my freshman year, I think you talk about a high school team, we had like 11 guys go play college collegiate baseball. Like, so it was a prestigious program. Shout out Chris Narveson, Darren Holmes, a lot of people who came before me that paved the way. So I moved out to this neighborhood, and just to fast forward to my senior year, there was a house right across the street. So I live, on the side of a street. There's a cul-de-sac neighborhood, cul-de-sac street adjacent from my house. And there's a little house on the corner, and it was always like up for sale, oddly. And my senior year, somebody moved in, nice dude, Wade, come out, real quiet, not much going on. Come to find out, after I got drafted, it was a private investigator. And I don't know, like MLB hired a private investigator at some point, hired a private investigator to kind of, I don't want to say like tell me my senior year, but I guess because I was setting myself up in a position to be, I guess, a high pick. They wanted to see what they were getting.
No
Which
way.
is crazy, bro. Which is crazy. Another scout told me, hey, they had a scout move into the house, across the street from you, your senior year. And I'm like, no way. Because as soon as the draft was over, I'm not joking, like 2 months later, the house was back on the market.
Whoa.
Crazy. So for them to say I was going to be hard to sign is crazy because I didn't come from much. It's like, what? You had a private investigator on the same street, my boy. What you mean he's going to be tough to sign? You throw me some bread, I'm gone. So it's just funny when you hear that stuff, bro. But that's what they do. But that's what they also do to probably, drop my draft stock, which I think I went where I probably should have. But, if you look back at that draft, 2005 draft, maybe one of the best position player drafts of all time.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, brother.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I get it, dude. So,
Ryan Braun, Justin Upton, Ryan Braun, Alex Gordon,
dudes,
Jay Bruce, McCutcheon, Ellsbury, I think was. It's like just dude after dude.
Longevity too.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
amazing. So you go number 10 pick, dude. Obviously, like, you are athletic as shit. You were athletic as shit through your whole career. Like, that is a strong suit. You can hit anywhere in the order. You can run, all that stuff. Play any position in the outfield. When did you know that you were a dude, right? Maybe when you were in middle school or high school, like, when did it click? You're like, yo, I'm a dude. I can play in the big leagues for a long time. And how did you stand out aside from just the freak athleticism that you got?
Well, I think when you say dude, I think going back to middle school, right? So I was always a taller kid. I was always a bigger kid, but I was like that tall kid who was kind of like soft. I don't say like a little pudgy. I was husky, my boy. You feel me? I was a little husky. You feel? But I had pop. I could hit. I played first base, bro. I played first base, bro. I was a first baseman. I caught. Listen to this, bro. I pitched. I played first base and I caught, bro. I love to catch. I caught, I literally growing up loving to catch because you're in action, right? So, and I threw hard, but I was a thick kid. So it was about my 6th grade year, bro. I'm telling you, I woke up one day, I was skinny. I was ashier than normal. I don't know what happened, dog. Skinny, black, ashy kid. And we're in PE. This is how it happened, bro. It's like, you're not even paying attention. You're just a kid. We're in PE. And we're doing like the 200, right? And it's always that kid at the school or those 2 kids are like, they're like the benchmark, bro. And I remember the kid's name was Marcus Peak. Shout out Marcus Peak. Shout out Michael Bird, bro. The two of the fastest kids at the school. And I remember we're doing the 200, and it was like we were running and not even thinking about it. And I'm coming, past the finish mark, and I'm like, yo, I'm in front of this cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this cat is the fastest cat. This is the end of my 6th grade year, right? So that same year, we go into the gym. We hooping. I go up. Yo.
What?
I'm like, bro, I'm really like, what is going? I get goosebumps telling the story, bro. So I'm like, what is going on? I start dunking at the end of my 6th grade year, bro. So come 7th grade year where you can play for the team all summer, I got a taste for it, I got a taste for it now. So now it's like, boom. So in middle school, like I said, we grew up in the city, all the little hoods, you got little neighboring hoods that's in the city. So it was the dopest thing for me being like a middle schooler and having like all the hood dudes come watch this little jit at the middle school. He get a breakaway. He gonna go up and he gonna, so it was about middle school when the athleticism really kicked in, the hops, the speed. And I was like, yo, okay. And that same summer, our center, this is how life works when you think back on it. The same summer I'm at a travel ball tournament. I play first base. I'm a first baseman, my boy. And our center fielder doesn't come. We're in Concord, North Carolina. Our coach is like, damn, center fielder's not here, bro. Like, anybody want to go play outfield? I'm like, nobody is raising their hand. I'm like, I got it. Fuck it. I'll go out there. Fuck it. Bro, I make like 2 plays. But it was like, yo, I had to go a long way to get. It was just like, yo, you know what? Dudes you feel me? Dudes are hitting the ball too hard on the dirt. I got more time to react. I can play it I can field it off to the side. And
yep.
Yo, you know what? I'm good, bro. And it was history, bro. So 7th grade, I went to the outfield. It was history, bro. Athleticism kicked in, and it was everything it needed to be, bro.
Oh, I absolutely love that.
So that's where it started. That's when it clicked. And in high school, my freshman year, like I said, on that team, bro, I was blind as a freaking bat, bro. Blind as a bat. This shit's crazy, bro. I think about this journey. I mean, my dad would take me out to the field. And he would just hit me fungo, fly ball. And I was playing left field. We had a really good senior center fielder, Ryan Radford. I love shouting out people, giving them their flowers, bro. He was a dog. And I was playing left, and I remember my dad hit me fly balls, bro, and shit's dropping beside me, bro. He's like, bro, you fucking with me? I'm like, bro, I don't see that shit, bro. So I go get contacts, my boys, and I have and the ball went from like
tiny, beach ball.
It was the hoop, the rim opened up. So that freshman year, dog, I ended up winning MVP as a freshman in a state championship game. We went out to NC State. I go like 6 for 7 or 7 for 8 with like 6 homers in the state. It was like, that's when I knew. I was like, okay, baseball's probably going to be my sport. You know what I'm saying? That's when like South Carolina reached out to me, my first letter. And I got a letter from God, it was the weirdest thing. I want to say it was the Braves, like a Braves GM. It was somebody from like it was like really sparked it. Like, okay, we could do something. And then my dad, just not to be long-winded, but just to kind of add to it, my dad was very much like always only about the fork in the road, right? At some point, there's going to be a fork in the road. Your friends are going to go, right. You got to make a decision to go left. Right is going to look good. And I say that fork, it got 3-4 teeth on that other end. Those other 3 teeth on that fork, that shit's going to be partying. It's going to be girls. It's going to be hanging. It's going to be drugs. It's going to be all the shit that looks good. And this road going to look really a little bare, a little boring, a little steady. But if you want to be special, you got to take that road, bro. So I believed everything my dad said, bro. My dad told me if I had sex at an early age, it'd stunt your growth. I believed it. I wanted to be tall. You know what I'm saying? Like all my uncles are 6'3", 6'4". Yes, I believed everything he said. You know what I mean? So he was one of those dudes where like discipline, sacrifice was big for me early in my life, bro. You know what I mean? Having a plan, devising a plan where if it falls through or not, you had a plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Amen.
that just comes from my pops, bro.
I love that. I love that. I got a comment in the chat here. Somebody said everything happens for a reason, right? I saw that pop up
Straight
right
up.
when you said, you transitioned to the outfield. Everything happens for a reason, bro. I absolutely love
Amen.
that. Dude, so, you get drafted, right? You go number 10. The hype continues as you progress through the minor leagues. You're consistently ranked as the top prospect in the Tigers system. You go over to the futures game, dude, and you're still able to perform. And what I think is crazy is that you're doing it at a young age, fresh out of high school, dude. So you get drafted, maybe you're 17 or 18 years old. And then 2-3 years later, you're in the big leagues, dude. So when I'm 20, 21 years old, I was just graduating college. I still didn't know what being a man was. And here you are having to progress through the minor leagues, show out in front of grown men, around grown men on a different schedule away from home. You have to be able to handle your number 10 pick money, not being an idiot with all the stuff and the fame and stuff surrounding you. That blows my mind.
I was an idiot. I'm okay to say I was an idiot. And not so much for as like blowing money, but just taking care of too many people. One thing I tell my son, God willing, he's able to fulfill his dream and play in the big leagues one day. You don't owe me a thing. What you make is what you make because you had to sacrifice the time, the energy, the effort, the bad, the good, and go through it. And I was just about, you've been around me, bro. I'll give you a shirt off my back right now. And I still struggle with that. And I still, really encourage young guys, young men and women who, have success at an early age. Don't feel like you have to take care of everybody. You know what I mean? That's That's big, bro. It's real, and you feel like because you made it or you did something, you got to give back. But it's a lesson learned. And I was fortunate enough to be driven enough to where getting drafted wasn't the end all to be all for me. I had a bigger picture than that. You know what I mean? I had a vision on how I wanted to get to the show.
100%, dude. So you continue just not letting the hype get to you. You continue pumping out good seasons, dude. Before we talk about, the call up, getting to the big leagues, dude, you are, like I said, I alluded to it earlier, you are a big time athlete, big time athletic, dude, hit anywhere in the order and can run like the wind. I also would look up to you when you would wear the pants up. You would start rocking those above the knee. Is that something that, you start incorporating that young, or was that kind of towards the end of the career? Obviously, we played with each other in 2021, and dude, you were the dude that was rocking that. I looked at that. I'm like, I like that shit. Then other people started doing it. Did that start young? Oh, he's gone. There he is.
Sorry, man. I'm on my phone. I'm not on my computer, bro.
You're good.
I'm on my phone, so we're good. But now the pants up joint. I won't say I started it, but I like to think I had a really big part in it becoming kind of a thing, fashionable. The kids kind of feeling it, loving the look, loving the way it kind of feels even when you're playing, because I know it's something weird about having those pants like on your knee, bro. It's like it's just like an annoying little thing. So it's a little restricted, especially for fast guys. So it was funny. The first person I actually saw do it was the corkiest guy in the game, was Hunter Pence. Nobody talked about it. So I just kind of low key just kind of started running with it. And I just love the way it felt. But also too, anybody who saw me, my boys used to mess with me because I was one of those guys. If you see me, I was always fidgeting with my uniform. I wanted my uni to fit like a suit, So I always thought with my pants up a little bit higher than my knee, it just made me look bigger because I'm slim, right? They call me slim. I'm, people don't realize I'm 210, but I don't look 210. So with the pants up, I thought it made me look bigger. Opposed to pants down, it made me look more slim. So I rocked the pants up because I was like, it makes you like a big, fast athlete. So that was the story behind that, bro. But dude, I appreciate you acknowledging that, for real.
Of course, bro. Look good, feel good, play good, right? You got to be comfortable, dude. Got to be comfortable, man. So obviously, there's a huge hype surrounding you. The number one prospect going through the minor leagues. Do you have a cool call-up story, dude? So for me, I got traded from the Mariners to the Twins, and I was just there for a month before I got called up in September. So I didn't know anybody, dude. So I'm 27 years old. I'm just about to sniff the big leagues for the first time. And the guy calls me in the back, Skins calls me in the back, Said, yo, you've never been in the big leagues before? I said, no. He goes, all right, well, you're going up. Just shook my hand, and that was it, bro. Didn't have a cool story. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Did you have a cool one, man? What was it like?
I think it was cool. I thought it was cool, especially, for the lead up. So I was young. So my first year, I spent the first year, I'm just backtrack, I'll make it quick. First year, Midwest League, West Michigan. First full season, I stayed there the whole year I stayed there. Didn't get called up. I was a co-MVP. Co-MVP was somebody from the Oakland A's organization. The next year I go to high in Florida. So as I'm at high, I remember calling my dad. I'm mad, bro, because at that break, right before the break, I'm seeing all these guys get caught up to AA, and I'm like, yo, I'm snapping down here in the league that they say is tough to play in, which it is. It's high, it's the travel.
Yeah.
You've been there since spring training. It mentally can start to grind on you. And I remember being like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm killing it. Like, I'm seeing all these dudes get called up. This some B. I just wanted to go to AA, bro. So he was just like, be patient. It's cool. So I went and played in the AA All-Star game, had a good All-Star game. Right after that, they called me AA.
Oh,
hallelujah, right? Or yeah. So, matter of fact, a couple weeks after that, they called me up to AA. Cool, that's great. So I get to AA, Erie, Pennsylvania, and when I get to Erie, at some point on the plane, I lose my wallet. So I'm in Erie. So now I'm in Erie with no bread, bro. I got no bread. I gotta wait on. I figure out back then you can't go online to the DMV and get an ID.
Nah.
You feel me? So now I'm trying to figure out, what do I do, bro? What travel? What do I do? So I'm there. I'm in Erie for 6 days. I hit 6 home runs in 6 days, bro. And I remember the 5th day, my dad was like, yo, I don't know what you're doing. I thought coming out, I was like, I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on. He's like, I don't know what you're doing. Just ride that wave. You know how it is. You know how it is, Mill. You just got to, bro, just ride the wave, bro. And I think it's like 6 homers in 6 days or 6 homers in 7 days. So we're in Reading, PA. I take Cookie Carrasco deep that day in AA. He won't remember. He's nasty. He's still doing his thing. Shout out Cookie. He's nasty. One of the best pitchers I've ever faced. I'm in Reading, Pennsylvania. It's like 1 a.m. I get a call from my skipper. He's like, you up? I'm like, yeah, what's up, Skip? He's like, man, I'm just so happy you've been here. It's been fun. I'm like, bro, I just got here. He's like, I just want to let you know you got to pack your bags up. You're going to the show. And I'm like, going to the show? I'm like, what? I'm like, you fucking with me? He's like, bro, you going to the show, pack your bags. Call your family, call your agent. Bro, I'm like, oh, I'm tweaking. But check this out. You remember, I got no ID.
You still don't have your wallet at this point.
Bro, I've been there for 6 days. It's only been 6 days. I got no ID, no wallet. Okay,
what
that's
do you
cool.
do?
But now, how the hell do I get to New York, bro? I get caught up. They're playing in New York. Detroit's playing at old Yankee Stadium. Just so happened my old agents were from New York. Shout out the Barada brothers, man. My old agents were from New York. I call them 1 o'clock in the morning. Yo, bro, I just got called up to the show. I lost my ID. I lost my wallet, bro. I don't have no bread, no money, bro. I don't know. Like, what do
help?
We're like freaking out, dog. He drives from New York up to Reading, Pennsylvania. Scoop me up. Scoops me up. We're driving back. Mind you, I got braces, bro. I got a little nappy, it's called TWA, little teeny weeny afro, little nappy fro. I'm a year and a half out of high school, my boy. You feel me? I still look like I should be going to. Matter of fact, I think I had a girlfriend that might have been in high school, bro. Like, I probably should have been at prom. You feel me? So we're driving back to New York speeding because I got to get to Yankee Stadium, bro. This is my debut. We get pulled over, bro. So now here we are. We get pulled. I'm in the car with this little short white guy, bald guy, and he's like, yo, with no ID. He's like, the cop is like, what? Like, where y'all going? Like, where we going so fast? He's like, yo, my client just got caught up to the big leagues. He's making his debut at Yankee Stadium. He's like looking at me like, this fucking this fucking black kid over here, like, bullshit. So I don't know if he gave us a ticket or not, bro. We ended up, getting there finally, bro. So that's how I got there. And then I finally get to old Yankee Stadium, make it in. Jim Leland, who's my favorite manager of all time. Shout out Jim Leland because he just cut from the old school cloth. Calls me in. Mind you, I had been to spring training that spring, and his whole spring training speech. And you've been through these shits, bro. It's drawn out and meet this guy, bro. The first spring training meeting I had was like, all right, fellas. He's like, God damn it. I don't give a shit how you look. I don't give a shit who you are. I'm going to play the best. I don't give a damn how old you are. Show up on time, be fucking ready to go. Let's fucking go. That was the meeting, my boy. He introduced no fucking coaches. Bro, let's fucking go. I'm gonna play the best, show up on time, be ready to fucking go. I don't care how you look. I don't care whatever you doing out there, but show up ready to fucking go. And I love that. So I went into Leland's office and he's like, Mays, welcome to the big leagues. He's like, mind you, smoking cigarettes like this. You can't see him.
Above the
yeah.
Ooh.
You know, so he's like, welcome to the show. Waiting on this great speech. He's like, you're in it tonight. Call, email, text your family, do whatever the fuck you kids do. Let them know you're in there. Don't fuck it up. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Guess what I proceeded to do? Fuck it up that night. You know, people remember the next day. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus, for the next day, bro. People don't remember the first day. I fucked it up, bro. I went over 4. Andy Pettit, 2 punch outs. I didn't make an error, but a ball like dropped in between. I never played. I had played left field since I was a freshman. So they put me back in left because Curtis Granderson was a center, which he should have been. I hadn't played left at all in the minors that year. It was like an in-betweener. It should have been my ball. And the
in the big leagues, dude.
In the big leagues, bro. And it was like before it went out for BP, it was cool. But, you know, it was really calm. But then you come back out and the fans are there and like, holy shit, I was not ready like I thought I was, bro. I was just asking to go double A. I wasn't asking to call. I was not ready for that shit, bro. But it was a ball. So that's my call-up story, bro. It's fucking crazy.
I love that, bro. I love that. That absolutely fires me up, dude. So you've so the next day, right, you're facing Clemens.
Next day, I got the rocket on the mound.
So you took him out. And then you wore one, right? The next day, B?
Yeah, man. Again, Jim Leland. It's the reason why he's a Hall of Famer. First at bat, right? He watches the first game. Mind you, I'm hitting behind Curtis Granderson in front of Gary Sheffield. I wish I probably got my dad probably has a lineup, but it was like something along the lines of like Granderson, Maybin, Sheffield, Maggley Ordonez, Carlos Guillen, Sean Casey. Probably Pudge was up there somewhere. I've missed Pudge. You understand? Like, this is the lineup in between, bro. Game 2, just turned 20. So game 2, he's watching it. He goes, Maves, as I'm walking to play, goes, first pitch. He goes, first pitch. He goes, yours. Second pitch, hit and run. I take the first pitch right down the middle, my boy. Fastball. Down the middle, my boy. What are you doing? Swing the bat. So now in my head, everybody knows Jim Leland. Everybody knows he not fucking around. Everybody knows, right? They know how Barry Bonds, how he manages guys. So now I'm like, first pitch is mine. Okay, I got it. I have to swing. I have to swing at the next one, my boy. Or if I don't, you know where I'm going. I'm taking my ass right back to Erie, my boy.
He's gone.
You know? So next pitch, sure enough, in the zone, swing, hit and run, executed. Oh, first hit in the big leagues, hit and run, bro. So that broke the ice. Oh my God, that broke the ice, bro. I could breathe, slow it down, and that's when the next at bat I hit the homer, bro. They gave me the silent treatment, and then Mayu hit and run. Guy, goes first or third. I steal, so my first bag too. And then the next at bat I hit a homer. Then he plunks me my next at bat because it's like first or second pitch.
On base 3 times.
3 times, cuz you know me, I'm like Adam Rosales, bro. Dead sprint to first base, bro. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Dead sprint, bro. I'm 2 for 2 against the Rocket, bro. Somebody I looked up to, you know what I'm saying? This dude is one of the best to ever do it. And here I am, 2 for 2. But the coolest thing about that story is old Yankee Stadium had these 2 stairwells where one team came from one end, the other team came from the opposite end, but you met at one stairwell and you went up to where the family was. Just so happened that day, here I come by myself, take it. I don't know how long I was in there, taking out and going to see my family. Here he comes. Mind you, I'm like shitting the brick, like, oh,
Mr. Clemens.
I'm thinking it's way bigger than it is. I just got 2 hits. He plunked me my last at bat. Does he not like me? I don't know what's going on. You know what he did, bro? He shook my hand, dapped me up, told me, "Hey kid, congratulations.
Oh,
Hope you have a long, great career. Stay healthy. Like that was just like, yo, that let me know, like it was like a welcome to the big league moment. Like, hey, with respect, I just had to plunk you just to let you remember I'm
that's
still
right.
that dude, bro. You got 2 knocks, I'm still that guy though. You know
I
what I mean?
love
So
that.
it was the coolest shit ever, bro.
Dude,
And then proceeded to get diced up the next day by Ching Ming Wong.
I love it, dude. It always evens out there in the end, bro.
Thanks.
We got a question here in the chat, ANM1128. So you've played for both New York teams.
Mm-hmm.
Which one did you enjoy playing for more? And also, do you have a favorite MLB team in general that you've played for?
So great question, and you know this. You always have more fun when you play well. So much love to my Shea, my Shea fans, the Mets fans. My dad grew up a Mets fan, which is crazy because we're from North Carolina. Grew up a huge Mets fan, so I kind of grew up somewhat of a Mets fan. But I played horrible for the Mets, bro. I was with you, my boy. I was grinding that year, dog.
Right.
Matter of fact, might have been the mental reason why after playing so long in the big leagues, it was a grind on me that year. And it's nothing like you're gonna have your offers, right? But it's sweet when you have an offer and you got like an average. You feel me? Like when you went when you go over and it's like 250, 260, you cool. Bro, I went over 20, over my first 20, and it was goose egg because
triple zeros? Oh no.
grinding. And then my first hit, bro, my first and last hit. Shout out to Mets for letting me at least get one, dog. Swing and bunt, like run it, but I'm talking about like smell it. Like I need one, bro, before they DFA me, guys. I need one before I get DFA, my boy.
Oh shit.
So I would say putting the pinstripes on in the Bronx, bro. Hating Yankees State, like as an opposing fan was intimidating, bro. Like the fans were intimidating. They're invested. They're on you. Like I would, I always say I would never want to play for the Yankees until I went there and I was like, it was the greatest thing in my life, outside of winning the World Series. But like putting on the pinstripes, I tell people all the time, like all the unis are the same, made out of the same material. That shit feels a little heavier, bro. Like you wake up and you're like, and we're human. People don't realize we're human. Even though we get to play a kid's game, we wake up and it's like, fuck. I gotta go play. Damn, I'm tired as shit, bro. I would love to just sleep in today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not so much I want to go play base. It's like, I would love to have a day where I sleep in or call in to work. You can't, bro. Ain't no calling in. But when you play for the Yankees, ain't none of that shit. You wake up and you're like, hey, it's yourself, conversation with self. Hey, self. Hey, man, I woke up. Thank you. Hey, man, you better get your ass ready. You ready to go? You ready to go? Because you in for Aaron Judge right now, and they will boo the hell out of your ass because they won't judge, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right,
like,
dude.
I'm getting knocks and doing shit. And they're like, we won't judge. We won't, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool, but I love the investment, right? I love how much every out means. I say it's a reason why certain people can play in New York. I was able to play there because I've been through adversity, right? There's nothing they could say that's really gonna bother me, bro. Like I've been through ups and downs. I know what it's like to fail. I know what it's like to fucking grind at the big league level. So it was built for me. I needed that. I wish I had that atmosphere opposed to, no offense, like playing on the Marlins team that was going nowhere. There's no direction for that group.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Playing for organizations, I love San Diego, love the Padres, but like we didn't have a winning team.
Yeah.
There was no like waking up knowing the fan base expects to win. They expect hustle. They expect energy. They expect effort. I needed that. I needed that type of atmosphere, something on the line every day. And it brought the best out of me, bro. Like, so to answer that question, playing for the Yankees was special. And then I never had a favorite team growing up. I was a guy that just liked players growing up. Kevin Garnett was my favorite basketball player.
KG.
Andrew Jones, Beltran, Mike Cameron, Jim Edmonds, Eric Davis, some of the guys that I followed growing up. So I was a big player guy, you know what I mean, per se, over teams, weirdly, you know what I mean? So
same, brother.
Randy Moss is my favorite athlete, so wherever he played, I rooted for him. You know what I mean?
Dude.
So
same.
Yeah.
Love that. I remember writing into Sports Illustrated to Randy Moss, trying to enter myself into a little contest. Didn't win, but
because
whatever.
I used to have the braids, the braces. They used to call me Moss in high school, bro. I just thought, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy.
I love that. I feel that. I used to love the Mariners. I grew up in Pennsylvania. Why am I rooting for the Seattle Mariners? Well, Ichiro was there, right? Doing some crazy shit.
Yo,
Absolutely love that. Made me fall in love with the small ball game. So, dude,
facts.
you've played, 15 seasons. You've been in the big leagues for 15 seasons, right? Played parts of 15
Hmm.
seasons, debuted super young, had the hype all throughout, dude. So, what is the difference? Right? I had a cup of coffee in the big leagues, man. I experienced it. I got to
Hmm.
get there, but like that was it. What is the difference between those that play 10 plus years, 15 plus seasons, and the dudes that like just get to taste it, man? I mean, like, what is the
Yeah.
difference there?
I think it's, you know what, I don't think it's one answer. I think it's a plethora of things, bro. I think one is discipline, right? And I think, like I know, we play with guys who are good, but when they leave that stadium, like how disciplined are they really being, right? Like nobody knows what you're doing in your nightlife. But I was fortunate enough to, like, as far as getting drafted, out of high school, I got 3 years. These first 3 years in minor leagues are I'm gonna treat them like my college years.
Mm,
I got 3 years, and after 3 years in the minor leagues, I need to be in the big leagues. It happened faster than that. So having a plan, right? Luckily being young enough to where I couldn't go out to the club. I wasn't old enough to go out. So while all those old dudes, older guys, the 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds were going out, I was at the spot, bro. I was actually getting, thank God. Like, I'm actually thankful I wasn't, because I can't say that I might have been.
yeah.
But for me, I wasn't out partying. I wasn't wasting a bunch of energy chasing. Like, I was locked in trying to get to the show. And I do think too, honestly, and I use a guy like you as an example. I do feel like you can say what you want to. If you're a first rounder or a second rounder or a high pick, and you just like scratch a little bit of what they expect, you're gonna move. You're gonna move through the
Yeah.
organization, because that organization wants to feel like they got something out of what they invested, right? So for guys who aren't higher picks, you gotta be special. Now, I remember seeing you and being like, dog, like, when I came up, you would have been. This is the thing too. You had a bad stretch. Rest in peace. Um, our old president Michael Weiner was amazing, because guys like myself, were valued at 36. We're valued as that extra guy, that utility guy, that speed guy. Where now
Mm,
it's like you're instantly a minor league offer, a minor league invite to camp. Where you used to know, hey, I'm a fourth outfielder, I'm a utility guy, but I'm gonna get a big league deal.
yeah.
So for guys, who aren't as highly drafted, you had to be. I played with a dude, Michael Hernandez, one of my best friends to this day, undrafted, went to Oklahoma. I know he's gonna see this. Shout out, Mikey. I love you, bro. One of the best hitters I've ever played with. And he was like, well, he don't have a position.
Oh,
Like, well, where he's gonna play? Well, he don't look that great in the uniform. It was just like always some dude absolutely mashed, bro. But it was like they was nothing really invested in him. He got picked up at at one of those like big league trials they had at camp. Like, but very few make it. You know what I mean? So I think discipline, being able to understand what you want. Like, Jim Leland said this best: you play the game because you love it. The money, like, if it's meant for you to get the money or be taken care of lucratively, it'll happen. Play the
mm,
game because you love it. If you play for the money, it'll become just a headache. So a lot of guys play for what it's going to bring them, right? They play what they can gain from it. And I think they don't have, and what they also, ends up happening is that they don't have that discipline, right? Because they want that lifestyle. They want to be out. They want to, be indulgent in shit that's not gonna be. This game is hard, cuz the baseball is hard. AAA, AA, shit's hard, bro. It's so many talented guys, as talented as me, but I think I was just more locked in, more determined, more hungry. You have to have a different type of competitive will. It's so many freaking hitting gurus is driving me freaking crazy.
dude,
How
I
about
know.
telling the kid, get in the box and compete? Don't let that dude on the mound beat you, bro. Lock in, choke up, do whatever you gotta do. Put the ball in play. Tell
Mm.
yourself you're gonna hit the ball. It's so much elbow, rope bat, no
Oh,
offense. So much, bro. Like, how many bats you remember? Even the greats, bro. Bro, I played against Pujols, Holiday, David Wright, Sheffield, Prince Fielder. You think they had all this extra, all this all these gimmicks? Now I love the science behind it and the numbers to help you, read and quantify how you can move. I love drive line, but like some of these gimmicks, bro. Like, how about compete?
Yeah.
So be willing to compete. So that's just a few things that I think is the difference, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this game will break you down. Hey, Ian, you ever cried in the car? You seen the movie Friday? Hey, you gonna cry in the car. Man, this shouldn't have had me cry in the car, bro. My wife has been like sitting over there like, I'm like, this shit will make you cry in the car, bro. This game is crazy, dog. That's why I tell kids, enjoy it right now. Because once you start getting paid, if you're not mentally prepared for what's gonna the grind and the failure and the criticism, you ain't gonna make it, bro.
I love that.
It's a long list, bro. A long list of attributes you need to have and intangibles that you need to have or work on to be able to make. Bro, I was person 15 years in the big leagues, bro. And I was never an all-star. Might have could have been twice. Cool. Won't be a Hall of Fame. I managed to play 15 years in big and impact every team I was on. You know what I mean? Character. I said, while we got numbers for everything, there's no stat for character, bro.
Being a good locker room dude.
I mean, how many teams have we seen? How many organizations have we seen try to put together super teams, but they don't go like ask about the guy? How are you with the people who are picking up trash? Like, I speak to everybody. People picking up, what's up, man? You good? I have a good day. Like, and that's just me, bro. You want everybody to feel special. You feel me? And I feel like karma's big, so I think character too. We emphasize so much on performance, but how is the person? How is he when shit's not going good, bro? Is he like that shit? If one dude that you need, you bring in that you need, if he's like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everybody, now all of a sudden, two guys are like, yeah, you're right. Now two guys are like, fuck that. Now you got three guys. Now there are two guys who look up to them. And they like, yeah, fuck it. Now you got six guys today who's like, man, fuck this, the manager, is that. And now you just got bad chemistry and you don't even know where it's coming from. But it's like the shit that I think about. I would love to be a GM because this is the shit that I think about when you put together a team, bro. I could put together a winning team because character goes into it. Before you sign anybody, hey, I want to interview the clubbies.
Ooh.
Before I get this dude this 6-year, 7-year deal, hey, let me go talk to every clubby that he's been around, bro. I'm about to invest $200 million, $150 million. Yo, but hey, and clubbies, be honest with me. I'm gonna pay y'all to be honest. I ain't gonna break y'all up nothing crazy, but I'm gonna give you. Hey, I'm gonna pay you to be honest, bro. How's this dude? Is he a fucking turd or not? You know they know Ian. You know the clubbies know as good as anybody what they about to get.
100%, dude.
Fucking ask the clubbies, bro. Dude. Before you sign somebody, call the fucking clubbies, dog.
I love that, bro. I love that. So, like, that is picture perfect advice to the next generation. Just kind of how you can maybe take your story, what you've experienced, what you've gone through, right? The ups and downs, dude. Winning a World Series, like, what is that even like? But like, just the younger generation, just please rewind that. Watch all that, dude. Watch all that.
Yeah,
just
please.
Rewind
and
those.
Give yourself grace. And give yourself grace. This game is hard. I'd say one thing I emphasize to my son all the time, and I'm sure anybody who has a kid of an ex-professional athlete, man, make sure you give your kid grace, bro. Give any kid grace, but this stuff is hard, bro. Baseball is one of the hardest sports to play. Give yourself grace.
I love that, man. That makes a ton of sense. What was okay? Before I kind of hit you with 2 or 3 last questions, man, what was that World Series like? With the Astros, bro, you won that, and like that's obviously the pinnacle of baseball success, dude. What is that like? How do you celebrate? What's that off season like, bro?
The craziest thing is, bro, to play like your first 8 years and never be on like a winning squad. To always be on a rebuilding squad, a young squad. So to me, it was like, come mid-August, where am I going, bro? Where we going? Where we going, dog? What island we hitting, dog? You know what I mean? So it's like to finally, come mid-August, you're like, yo, and again, I got hurt at the trade deadline, and I have a history with AJ Hinch. So they signed me, AJ Hinch and Jay Hoyer signed me when I was in San Diego. So I remember them coming to town. He's like, man, what the hell are you doing, bro? We trying to make a trade for you. But I remember them end up, everybody goes on waivers after the trade deadline. So they end up picking me up on waivers. So that's how I got over there late, which is a blessing because the Angels, we were not in it at all. but I was grinding too, bro. I just came off of 2 really good years in Atlanta and Detroit. Hit 315 in Detroit the year before, and I was fucking back to searching, bro. I like literally was like, what the hell they want me for? Alonzo Powell was out there, another guy who was just a great man, great mentor to me, a guy who taught me a lot about character and what you bring to the clubhouse. How you can affect guys. If you're pissed off and you're shitty, he's the guy who told me that if you're pissed off and you're shitty, you can affect so many people, even if you're not the best guy. You'd be surprised. Sometimes it's not the best guy everybody looks to lead. Crazy. But going back to the World Series, so I get traded over there, and I remember going, and George Springer is a good friend of mine. And I'm like, yo, like what's the deal here, bro? Like, what do you got going on? Like, what times? He's like, hey man, you give me anxiety, motherfucker. Chill. He's like, you asking too many questions. Slow down. I'm like, what? He's like, bro, just hit or get left behind, dog. That's what we do here. It was just so the mentality, like I was a guy who lifted all the time. Nobody was in the weight room. Like I'm like, only like the pitchers would go. Like Breggy stays in there. Breggy is an animal. He's got a routine. One of my favorite guys. He is locked in, bro. One of my favorite guys. Love him, bro. But other than that, I'm like, I'm the one lifting. Like nobody's like coming to you like, hey, did you lift in? Hey, you like they expect you to know what you need to get ready to go. It was like a boys club, bro. It was the dopest environment. Carlos Beltran, the leadership. Like I'm talking about 8-9 years, I never sat down after a game with a team and took a second to realize what it took to win a big league ball game. So we win a big league ball game first night I'm there. We win a game. I'm so used to dudes being so individually based on it. Oh, did I get mine? I'm all right. I had a good night first time, man. Go. I'm getting a shot. He's like, whoa, Poppy, slow down. Where you going? I'm like, you want a shot? He's like, bro, just relax, watch. Everybody comes in. Everybody gathers. They got the championship belt. Hey, great job, such and such on the mound to give us a chance. Hey, Altuve, great job there. Such and such. Hey, belt for the night. Hey, and that person has to say something about tonight, like, hey, glad we were able to fight together. Like you've been around, like it's so hard to win at the big league level. We don't take time to value it.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing that I went on. Like when we win, let's stick around and hang out. Where it's the opposite. When you win, motherfuckers be out the locker room so damn fast. You like where it's like opposite. If you lose, get the hell out. Watch that. Get up. If you lose, get your ass in the shower. Get the hell out of here. Go home. Let's get a break. But if we win, let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's laugh, man. Let's shoot the shit. Let's go sit down and eat in the cap. Let's go eat out in the cap or with the dining area, and let's talk. Like they value winning, right? So that was the first time I was like, yo. So I adopted that. The next year when I left and I went back to Detroit, that was one thing I did. Let's talk group text. Let's talk about let's get guys to appreciate how much it took to win a big league ball game.
I love that, bro.
Because it's a lot that goes into it. So winning a World Series is like a movie. When you see the movie slow down and everything's a blur, like no joke. I remember getting in Dodger Stadium and I'm messing with AJ Hinch the whole time, bro. I'm like, and Josh Reddick is struggling, who my dog is struggling. Marwin is struggling. I'm like, yo, you brought me over here. Y'all done fix me. I'm like, and I'm like, yo, I'm literally going like this. And I'm like, you want to win? Put Booby in. That's what I'm saying. let me spin, coach. AJ's looking at me like, what the hell? So finally, he's like, hey, pinch hit. So I go in a pinch hit, I get a knock. So it's even sweeter. I get a knock to get on. And but I remember walking to the plate and I remember being on deck, and honestly, it felt like a movie where I was like, it felt like tunnel vision where everything around me was a blur. And I was like so locked in on the moment. It was incredible, bro. So lifetime experience. I'm just thankful that I was able to experience at least once or twice before my career was over, bro. Because I spent a lot of time just always been a trade piece. People don't look at it.
Yeah.
Sometimes a trade. I was always the guy like who played just good enough to was like, well, we need an outfielder to go hold down the old Miami Stadium. Oh, we need an outfielder to go hold down Comerica. Oh, we need an outfielder to go play left beside Trout because it's big. You know what I mean? But I was always the trade trip. You're shitty in Atlanta. Everybody was hurt. Well, Detroit needs a pitcher. So, hey, Atlanta, I'm from 3,000 down the road. I had a great year. Nobody thought I was going to get traded. I told my dad, I'm getting traded. Play too good. He's like, no way. I'm like, I played too good. They need pitching. Hey, man, sorry I have to do this, but we needed some arms, so we got you.
You're good.
But it was like, but it was a good thing though. That means you're wanted, bro. Very few guys have one team want them in their life, bro. I had 10. I take that as a compliment, bro. That's a compliment.
It's amazing.
And that means you're not a shitty person. Nobody's gonna want some turd around, bro. That wasn't right. Like I said, I wasn't an all-star. So I think that says a lot about character, which I'm the most proud of, bro.
Dude, being a great teammate, right? Being a good team guy, valuing winning.
Mm.
That's amazing. That's something that, like, coming through the minor leagues, until you get to the big leagues, you don't really experience it like that, right? Because it's about development and stuff, right? Play the prospect. I completely get it, but they don't necessarily preach or value winning until you get to the
Yeah.
show. And there's, tens of millions of dollars on the line. So, Cam, I am extremely grateful for your time, brother. I got 3 last questions for you. So,
Yeah, man.
in 15 seasons in the show, man, obviously, like we alluded to earlier in the broadcast, you're on the opposite side of the camera now. You get to call some games, dude. So you've seen multiple angles of baseball. You've been around, pretty much every stadium I can imagine. Dude, where is the coolest place that you've played? Not necessarily like your home stadium, but just in general. Where is the coolest place to play in the show? Either old stadiums or like new.
So can I give you? Am I allowed to get
Please,
3?
please.
So my favorite is Kaufman.
Ooh.
Damn, I hate to see
I
him
hit a
leave.
double there.
Man, I think, bro, how cool is that place? The
it's
waterfalls, the crown. It's just a good atmosphere, family atmosphere. The blue and I don't know. It's something about it. The feel for fast guys. It's like an athlete's dream. You know what I mean? It's just you can roam, you can run. So I love Kaufman to this day. Yankee Stadium, there's no atmosphere like Yankee Stadium. It's just the atmosphere, bro. Like those people are invested, dog. It's savage. It's the jungle, man. It's the freaking jungle. And then for me, LA, bro. I tell people all the time, it's like being a part of a show. It's not. I always feel like I never felt like I was playing a baseball game. I felt like I'm going to provide a show to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like the actors, the entertainers, like
red
people
carpet.
don't even. I felt like people didn't even come to really watch the baseball game. They just come to really see who's showing up to the game.
Yep.
And those people are watching you. So I always just felt like, damn, the speakers were crazy. The sound system it just felt like a show. So those are my 3.
I love that, bro. I love that.
Yeah.
So what about the toughest pitcher you've ever faced and why? I know that we talked a little bit about, the Rocket, Roger Clemens a little bit earlier, Cookie Carrasco, some other big names, dude. But in the big leagues, over that long career, like who is somebody that stands out as the toughest AB or somebody that you're like, fuck that, I don't want to face that guy?
Yeah, Chris Carpenter, bro. That dude gave me nightmares, bro. It's like one of those things, like we got all these numbers, like, yeah, why can I get a day? Like this is when I'm supposed to be everyday guys. Like, y'all watch what this dude's doing to me. And what's crazy, what's even worse, like you ever face a guy where like you feel like you see it well? I'm like, bro, I remember one year, like, I'm just gonna use it. I'm gonna use a different bat. I'm gonna use you care if I use your extra bat? Like whoever was in the dugout, like I'm gonna just try something different, bro. I almost turned this shit around one time. Like I'm just gonna fuck it. Like
upside down.
Dude gave me night, bro. He's my boogeyman.
I love that, dude. I love that.
Nasty.
So, dude, that is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Last question I got for you. Obviously, this is the 9-Hole podcast. Like we talked about, we're blessing the next generation with insight, experiences, right? Different stories. Dude, your story, it's absolutely amazing. You're just everything you're throwing out here. It's just absolute gold. I can't wait we already have people, like I said, in the audience, people are asking questions and stuff, man. It's going to be awesome for people to kind of consume this. Dude, when you think of a good 9-hole hitter, so you obviously 1 through 9, the 9-hole hitter is the last hitter, dude. What kind of traits or qualities does a good 9-hole hitter kind of portray? So in your lineup, let's say, man, obviously you're helping coach a 16U team. Let's say you are coaching, you're the manager of a big league team. What is your 9-hole hitter going to do or supposed to do, and why?
Well, and I can only speak on what I like, right? How I construct my team, because I was a guy who I hit, first, second, 7, 8, 9 through my career. And I took a lot of pride in it. And one thing, I think one of the first things you have to have, or one thing that I like out of my 9-hole guy is bat the ball skills, right? He has to have the ability to be patient, because as you get older, like I know, that 9-hole guy gets jerked around a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of BS that gets thrown at you to see if you're going to be patient enough to get a good pitch, because usually you come up in that position and it's usually like a 2-out spot a lot. And they want to see if, hey, this guy's going to be patient enough to get a good pitch here and get the guy to roll the lineup back over, or is this guy going to be selfish? So I think you have to have a selfless mentality. I think you have to have bat the ball skills. Me personally, I love a guy with speed. I love having a guy who can go. Who, if he gets on, now I have two. You hear it all the time, second leadoff. I literally look at it as a second leadoff spot. So for me, when I'm creating my lineup, I have two guys that I put down there, and I tell them, because kids have an ego, you're not hitting here because you're bad, especially on my team. You can really put them anywhere. But the two guys that I continuously rotate in my 9-hole he's a kid named John Moore. Look out for him, 2026. He's a leadoff, not 1-2. I like him 9 just because dude struck out 5 times in like 200 at bats the last 2 years or something crazy. Something crazy. Like he just puts the. He's in Miller, bro. He's a young in Miller. He flies. He can go get it. He has a cannon. The dude can bunt, which is a lost art. So I want a guy who is going to put at bat on the pitcher's ass. It's not going to be an easy out, because if I can get 5, 6, 7 pitches that I got, that's a team at bat.
That's
so
right.
Now you've exhausted him, and he's got to roll back up. Now number 1's coming back up. Number 2's coming back up. So now you've exhausted. So a guy that's going to have team at bats that exhaust the pitcher as well. And again, I love a guy with some thump, but you can't always have that. But speed. But so a few, like I said, bat the ball skills, selflessness, ability to tilt the field, that speed. I would love a guy who can put the ball in play. So those are just a few things that I think make a extremely quality 9-hole hitter, bro. It's a compliment, I think.
It's amazing.
You should look at it as a compliment and take it as a challenge.
I love it, bro. That's all I got. Dude, that's absolutely amazing.
Let me ask you. Can I ask you what you got before we go?
So for the 9-hole question?
Yeah, I just want to know, because you did it, bro.
That's right. So, man, I think the not safe answer, but the general answer is right. You need to battle. You need to be able to grind. I think anything that you're able to bring tools wise, if that guy can fucking go deep, either into a count or deep, like out of the park, right? Can accidentally put one out. That is an added bonus. If you can accidentally swipe a bag and like you're a stolen base threat or a bunt threat, that is an added bonus. So that's how I was able to get to the big leagues in the 9-hole. I had that extra, I could run, I could bunt, right? I got a chance.
Yeah, you could, dog. White chocolate.
That's right, baby. I love that.
That's what I say. White Cam Maybin, dog. Y'all think you had me though, bro. You could go. Fool, you were different, cuz you had that Drew Stubbs type speed.
I love that shit, man. Cam, dude, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for talking to, the next generation of baseball players. This is a dude that's played parts of 15 seasons in the big leagues, almost 1,000 hits, right? 973 hits. You could probably get that this year. You could get that this year.
I literally was like, I looked back and I was like, I literally hit a mental brick wall like that. I wish if I looked at the numbers, I'd have told my wife, like, babe, you know what, do one more year. I was tripping, bro. It's all good though. I'm proud of it regardless, bro.
That's right.
You know me, bro. No regrets, dog.
Hell no.
That's it. Only gratitude. No regrets, only gratitude, my boy.
Amen. Cam, I am so grateful for your time. Appreciate you coming on here, speaking to the next generation. And everybody, thank you for tuning in to the 9-Hole podcast. We'll be back here again this weekend. Take care, Cam. Thank you, brother.
All right, my guy.
All right. See you guys.